Welcome to the Brooklyn Technical High School Virtual College Fair. Thank you very much for joining us today. Before we get started with our presentations, just a few quick housekeeping items to go over. The first is that attendees are welcome and certainly encouraged to ask questions to any of the panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. You can pose your question to a specific panelist, or you can ask a general question to any and all the panelists. If you're asking a specific panelist a question, please try to put that school name in the question. For general questions, you can put something like "to all" and then your question. Also a reminder that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And there's one other block of sessions today, as well as sessions tomorrow and the following day. So if you haven't signed up for those yet, please do so. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website, strivescan.com/BrooklynTech. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter. And up first, we will hear from Colorado College.
Thank you so much, Christopher. I can share my screen. All right, great. Let's see. Oh, okay, great. Hey, everybody. My name is Cody Leong, and I wanted to thank you guys for taking the time out of your afternoon to join us today. I'm an admission counselor at Colorado College, and I'm also a recent alum at the college as well. And I just wanted to touch on a few different points that I think really show the unique perspective that we have here at Colorado College. So just to begin, on the most basic level, Colorado College is a liberal arts college, and we're located in Colorado Springs, Colorado, in the heart of the Rocky Mountain West. We're one of the few liberal arts schools located in the Rocky Mountain region, actually. We're located in the town of Colorado Springs, which has about 700,000 residents, which means that you have everything that you need from a big city, such as a vibrant downtown, plenty of great restaurants to try and things to do on the weekends. In addition, we also have great access to the outdoors. You can see Pikes Peak, known as America's Mountain, from our campus, and the city within city limits has over 300 miles of hiking and biking trails, which gives you ample opportunity to take advantage of the 300 days of sunshine that we have per year in Colorado. Whoops. Let's see. Next, I want to talk a little bit about the campus and the students that I call at home. We have an easily walkable campus that's about 15 minutes to walk to from end to end, and it's home to the majority of CC's 2,200 students. So we're a very small school, and the majority of our students live on campus and on-campus housing. One thing that we pride ourselves on is our smaller class sizes. We have an average class size of 16 students, and our student-to-faculty ratio is 10 students. What this means is you get to know not only just your not just your classmates, but also your professors very well as well. It's pretty common for meals to be had at professors' houses, and many students are on first name basis with their professors. What I'd really like to spend some time talking to you guys about is perhaps the most unique quality, which is the block plan. We're actually one of only 2 colleges in the nation that operate on this plan. On the most basic level, what the block plan is instead of taking all of your courses at once for an hour each day, you take one class at a time as a block that lasts 3.5 weeks. And during those 3.5 weeks, that's the only course that you're taking. You're not taking anything else at that time. Over the course of a semester, you take 4 blocks, and over the course of a year, you take 8 blocks. You're still taking the same amount of credits that you would at any other institution. This has the block plan has some big advantages. For example, it really allows you to do a deep dive on the subject of the course that you may be in. It could be an author's entire body of work, or it could be some super specific aspect of biology, and you get to do all of this without having to balance several courses at once. For example, you never have to prioritize studying for a math test over writing an essay for another class because you're only taking one class at a time. Another advantage of this is that there's no finals week at the end of the semester because you'll have taken all of your final examinations and written all your final essays during your courses as you go on. You may wonder, why is each block only 3.5 weeks? Why not 4 weeks? So after each block, it ends on a Wednesday at 12 p.m. And after that, you have the rest of the day on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday to do anything you like. And that's what we call block breaks. And I'll talk more about those later on. And as I mentioned earlier, we're located in the heart of the Rocky Mountain West, which grants us ample opportunities for us to take advantage of learning beyond the classroom through a variety of field study programs. For example, say you're in an introduction to geology course, what better way to learn geology than actually being able to actually see and touch the rocks that you're learning about by taking a 5-day field trip throughout the Southwest over the course of the block. A great advantage of the block plan is that everybody is operating on the same schedule, so you can take 5-day field trips like that without having to worry about missing your classes. This also extends to studying abroad as well. You can, if you don't have the time in your schedule to take an entire semester or a year abroad, you can take one block abroad, you can take 2 blocks abroad, or you could take an entire semester or a year, if that's something you'd like to do. This is really important to our program, and I think that's reflected in the students that take advantage of those. 100% of our students participate in some kind of field study opportunity while they're here, and 80% of students take advantage of studying abroad. Another advantage that this allows for is that you can, if doing research is something that's important to you, it's very easy to do that. You can actually take research blocks as academic blocks in that regard. And the last thing I'd like to touch on is my perhaps my favorite part of CC, the community. And as a former student, I can speak to this being one of the strongest aspects. Those 4.5 day block breaks that I mentioned earlier, that's a great opportunity to do anything you'd like with your friends. For example, our outdoor education program offers 130 trips that go out throughout the year, and all of these are led by student leaders. Or you could go on a service trip with one of the 120 plus active student clubs and organizations that we have on campus. And that's essentially Colorado College in short, but if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the chat, and I'd love to answer them. And feel free to take advantage of one of our many virtual engagement opportunities that we're offering. But thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much, Colorado College. For anybody who just joined us, please do feel free to ask questions to any of the panelists at any time utilizing that Q&A feature. But up next, we're going to move to Vaughan College of Aeronautics and Tech.
Thank you, Christopher. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Vaughan College. Vaughan College is located in Queens, New York, right opposite LaGuardia Airport. We focus in many different fields, but specifically in the areas of engineering, technology, aviation, and management. Sorry. There we go. Within our management programs, we offer general management, airport management, airline management, as well as a combined airport and airline management degree. We offer most of our programs both on the associate and bachelor levels. Within management, we also offer a Master's of Science and an MBA in airport management or aviation management. My problem is the screen sharing on the bottom with the words are preventing me from skipping slides. I apologize. In terms of technology, we have a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering and Electronic Engineering, both aeronautical focuses, as well as animation and digital technologies. Why are we back to this? We have a program referred to as Airframe and Power Plant Technology. Within Airframe and Power Plant Technology, this program runs through the FAA, and it allows students to obtain their airframe and power plant licenses so that they can become aircraft mechanics. Most of our students continue on for their bachelor's degree in aviation maintenance or aviation maintenance management, which will allow them to climb the ranks within their profession itself. Within our engineering programs, we offer mechatronic engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering. Our mechatronic engineering program is ABET accredited, and we're in the process of obtaining the final accreditation for mechanical and electrical engineering as well. Mechatronic engineering is a combination of mechanical, electrical, and computer engineering. It allows students to work within our robotics team as well as our drones team. We have both 3D printers on campus as well. I need to go back. And then finally, our aircraft operations program. Our students can obtain a 7 pilot's license within 4 years of study at Vaughan College. So you do your ground training through Vaughan College, and we do our flight training through Heritage Flight Academy, which is located out at MacArthur Airport. In terms of admission requirements, we're generally looking for a solid B average from high school. Now, with students not being able to take the SATs as of late, we have added on an assessment exam that helps us evaluate students' applications. So anyone that was unable to take the SAT can take a virtual exam from home for us that will help us assess their eligibility into the different programs that we offer. In terms of tuition, we generally pay students, full-time tuition is $25,000. As for the ATI program, it's a little bit cheaper. We're doing $17,860 per year. We review students for academic scholarships and federal aid as well. There's no separate application that is required. Students are generally reviewed automatically without any need for an extra application. The sample financial aid package that we offer our students, because New York State has increased the TAP allowance, now students can even receive more aid if they choose a New York State school to attend. This is just a sample package that a student might be eligible for based on scholarship eligibility, grant eligibility, work study. Does anybody have any questions about anything? We can provide those answers in the Genesis, would you like to add anything? Thank you, Christopher.
Great. Thank you very much, Vaughan College. And yes, please do feel free to submit any questions to the Q&A. These are meant as very brief overviews of each institution. And so if you got questions about majors, financial aid, scholarships, admissions, etc., now is the time to send those through. But up next, we're going to move to Adelphi University.
Hi, everyone. How are you? So my name is Michael Cartusiello. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at Adelphi, and I'm really excited to be here to talk to you all today. So we are a medium-sized liberal arts institution in Garden City, Long Island, right outside of Queens, so just outside of New York City. It is honestly just a 40-minute train ride right from Atlantic Terminal in Brooklyn, just right on the Long Island Railroad, so pretty close by. And we are medium-sized. We have just over 5,000 undergraduates, and we have a genuine average class size of 21 students. So we don't have large lecture halls. Honestly, the largest class you'll see on campus is 50 students. That's it. We really try and emphasize our 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio. And so we kind of have that small school feel and getting that personalized approach, getting to know your classmates, getting to know your professors. But at the same time, there's over 50 different majors you can choose from and over 80 active clubs and organizations. So we do have, 2 out of every 3 of our students are involved. It feels a lot bigger than that. Most people will know your name, but plenty of people to get to know. We're also really proud of our diversity, showcasing students from all over the country, all over the world. And 95% of our undergraduates within 6 months of graduation are either employed or pursuing their graduate degree, which is a really, really big deal, seeing as one of the main reasons you're going to college is to, pursue either higher education or chase after your career. So within the Adelphi University umbrella, we have 6 colleges and over 50 different majors. So tons of different programs for you. Starting with the College of Arts and Sciences, everything from biology, chemistry, math, computer science, to philosophy, political science, sociology, and performing and visual arts. We also have a College of Education and Health Sciences, so physical therapy is there and physical education as well. College of Nursing and Public Health. Nursing is definitely one of our most popular majors at Adelphi. It's a direct admit program, so you don't have to take a test midway through just to stay in the nursing program. You can actually, just as long as you're admitted as a first-year student, you're in the program all 4 years. We have a whole school of psychology, a whole school of social work, and a whole school of business. And it's really easy to be, I like to say that Adelphi is undecided friendly. It's also really easy to double major. Most students either have a double major or they do a major minor combo. Students who have a variety of interests find it really easy to focus on both here. It's easy to transfer within as well. If you're undecided or start out thinking you want to major in business and then decide you want to be a teacher, it's really, really easy to change. We also have several signature programs. The Honors College is for high achieving students, and it's another cohort that you will be kind of focusing on Western philosophy and humanities and English, whereas Livermore Global Scholars is for students who are passionate about social justice, global awareness, and civic engagement. We also have 4+1 programs, so ways to achieve both a bachelor's and a master's degree in only 5 years. And then we're really well known for our support programs as well. So if any students have IEPs or other accommodations, working with their student access office is actually included in the cost of tuition, and it's really easy to get accommodations that you may need. Additionally, we have pre-professional tracks that accompany each one of these really awesome joint degree programs. So you can either take advantage of some of these great opportunities waiting for Adelphi students after graduation, or work with a pre-professional advising office to do everything you would need to do to eventually apply to law school. So what makes Adelphi unique? Well, we definitely have our hands-on approach to education. As you can see from some of the photos, we have our trading room on campus where students get to run through a class where they're utilizing the stock market with real money. We can also see a photo of our nursing simulation labs with that lifelike mannequin robot that does act and react like a person would. You can see the Adelphi bunnies that we're pretty well known for, how close we are to New York City. So not just easy for you all to potentially commute or go home for a weekend, but we really do want our students to take advantage of the culture of New York. We offer discount tickets to Broadway shows, concerts, museums, sports games, and also internships. It's a huge opportunity for our students to have internships in the city while still going to campus in that typical suburban atmosphere. And of course, you can see the student spirit that we have. Our colors are brown and gold, and that's a picture from orientation. So really a lot of school spirit at Adelphi. Just some quick renditions of our newly opened and brand new renovated University Center. I think it represents Adelphi's commitment to making sure the center of student life on campus is as up to date as possible. You can see our outdoor amphitheater, our brand new state-of-the-art dining hall, great student lounge spaces, and of course, my personal favorite, the fully franchised Starbucks. So if you do want to apply this coming fall, we do need, of course, your completed application. We accept either the Common App or our Adelphi application with an essay. We need your high school transcript. We're looking at your cumulative GPA from your freshman, sophomore, and junior year. We are test optional for next year as well. So you are welcome to, of course, apply with SATs or ACTs, but they're not required. We only require one letter of recommendation, but you're welcome to send more. And then we are rolling admissions, but we also have an early action deadline. So you can apply to us by December 1st, guaranteeing you a decision by January 1st. But since we're rolling admissions, if you apply by, say, January 1st, you will get a decision by February 1st. You are also automatically considered for academic merit scholarship. We are a private institution, so although tuition is $42,000 a year, it's pretty high for a private school. You are automatically considered for academic merit scholarship. That ranges from $10,000 to $28,000 a year. Also, of course, file your FAFSA, you can get financial aid. And I like to point out that 94% of our full-time undergraduates are receiving some form of financial aid, which is a lot of students. So definitely stay in touch with us if you can. Follow us on Instagram. We have a lot of great things going on. I supervise our student interns for the Instagram, and they're doing a really great job showcasing pretty authentic student life at Adelphi. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Adelphi. Up next, we're going to move to the College of Staten Island, City University of New York.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shebi Ibrahim, College Advisor at the Admissions Advisor at College of Staten Island. This is an overview of our 204-acre campus. It's about a mile long from end to end. CSI offers degrees ranging from associates to doctoral degrees. We have about 13,000 students registered at any given time. Our tuition is affordable, under $7,000 a year. This is a graph showing our affordability compared to SUNY and private schools. Our tuition rate is $6,930. You are eligible for external scholarships like the Excelsior Scholarship. For the eligibility for it is for students attending either a senior CUNY school, New York State resident, and making less than $125,000 a year. Besides that, CSI also offers scholarships to our students. Incoming students have to have a 90 GPA, while current students need to complete 12 credits and have a GPA of 3.25. Our admission process is relatively stress-free. Being a CUNY student, you use the CUNY application to apply to one of our 6 CUNY universities, CSI being one of them, of course. Pay the $65 fee. If you're attending a private high school, please make sure you send us your high school transcripts. If you're attending a New York City DOE high school, provide us your OSIS number so we could retrieve your transcripts. Essays and recommendation letters are required only if you are applying to CSI honors programs. We have 3 of them, and make sure you apply your FAFSA form. CSI offers 2 opportunity programs, the SEEK and ASAP. SEEK is financially based, so based on how you fill out your FAFSA form, you could be eligible for that. ASAP, on the other hand, is based on more on your merit and you be a New York State resident. It's for students who are focused on completing their bachelor's degree in 4 years. CSI offers 4 honors programs: Macaulay's Verrazano Teachers Education Academy, Teachers Education Honors Academy, or TEHA for short. Verrazano and TEHA are both CSI specific, while Macaulay is a CUNY honors program. If you're applying to the CUNY Macaulay program, on your CUNY application, make sure you indicate you want Macaulay and you put CSI as number 1, so that way CSI will consider you for the Macaulay program. The advantages of all 3 of them: you get your own private lounge, advisors. Verrazano and TEHA, you can also apply as a current CSI student. TEHA, you have to be majoring either in math and or science, versus the other 2 honors programs, that is not a requirement for it. We have the School of Business. Our School of Business is an accredited program. We offer degrees in accounting and business with various concentration. The School of Business also has their own trading room as well, where students can have access to data feeds and financial analytical software like our Bloomberg terminal. And our students get prestigious jobs in wonderful organizations like JP Morgan Chase. School of Psychology offers both a Bachelor of Science and Arts. Students also are eligible to apply to the Masters of Mental Health Counseling or Neuroscience and Developmental Disabilities. Education program we have also offers 3 tracks: early childhood, adolescent, and we also offers a Master's in Education. Creative and Performing Arts program consists of art, photography, music, and drama degrees. Our nursing program offers degrees ranging from associate through doctoral program. We're ranked 10th in the state, and we have a high passing rate for the NCLEX exam. Our social work program is accredited, ranked 20th in the nation, and we have both the bachelor's and master's in it. We are a research and STEM powerhouse college. Our students have the opportunity of conducting research with a faculty member as early as their freshman year. Our engineering program is an accredited program. We offer both engineering science with a concentration in mechanical, electrical, and computer science. We also have a master's in electrical engineering. Our biology program offers degrees from bachelor's to doctoral. We have two affiliations. One is with the University of Buffalo for pharmacy and SUNY College of Optometry. We also have medical laboratory science, and it's 4+1 in biology. We also have a pre-med track as well. Computer Science, Information Systems, and Informatics has a 4+1 program. Our students have taken part in hackathons in the past, and we won first place in 2019. The program is accredited. We are a D2 university. We also offer a fully furnished apartment-style housing where you get a private room and a full kitchen. To enroll in CSI is a 4-step process. 1, claim your CUNY account, commit to CSI, give us your commitment deposit. 2, proof of immunization. 3, complete virtual CSI advisement and registration training. And 4, attend a 1-day new student orientation. We are home of the Dolphins, and this is CSI in a nutshell. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, CSI. Up next, we're going to hear from DePaul University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Woolley, and I am here for DePaul University, which is actually the largest Catholic school in the country and one of 3 Vincentian institutions, with one of them located in your backyard at St. John's. DePaul is located in the city of Chicago, and we have 2 campuses within the city. So we have one in Lincoln Park and one in the Loop, both really great neighborhoods within the city of Chicago. Lincoln Park is our more residentially styled neighborhood or campus. It's also where most of our residence halls are located. If you were thinking about living on campus, which hopefully you are coming from New York, but you will most likely live on our Lincoln Park campus. Though we do not require at any point students live on campus, so you will choose to live on campus if you are wanting to live in one of our residence halls. There is more green spaced and traditional styled academic buildings, so you can truly feel like you're on a college campus. It is also located in a more residential neighborhood of Chicago where a lot of students live, not just from DePaul. From this picture, you'll actually see the Fullerton stop on one of the Chicago L lines, and this is the Lincoln Park campus. So at DePaul, you can just hop on the L, which is what we call our subway system, and we are located right on the red, purple, and brown lines, and then you'll head south to our other campus located in the Loop. The Loop campus is in the heart of Chicago. It's in downtown. So it has a very midtown feel. It is truly downtown in the financial neighborhood of Chicago. It is known as our vertical campus. The classes are held in high-rise buildings and not in traditional academic buildings. But since we do have these 2 separate campuses, to make things easier on our students, we offer a U-Pass with the student fees. So no matter how you like to get around campus, whether that's the L or a bus, you will have that covered with your DePaul tuition. So you never have to worry about getting around the city. We got you covered. The way we divide up the campuses is by academic programs. So depending on what you're interested in would depend on what campus you'll take the majority of your classes. If you're interested in business communication or our newer programs in computing and digital media, you'll take the majority of your classes downtown in the Loop campus. If you're interested in more liberal arts and social sciences, education, science and health, or conservatory programs within music and theater, you'll take the majority of your classes at the Lincoln Park campus. But the campuses are only 20 minutes apart, so if you have opportunities to take classes on both, feel free, you're not restricted to just one. We have over 300 academic programs, our most popular currently being film and television, health sciences, and business. Business is actually, our Driehaus College of Business is one of the oldest business schools in the country. So even though we are a large institution at about 16,000 undergraduate students, as you can see by this by the numbers slide, we have really intimate classrooms to where you can get to know your professors and all of that kind of great stuff. I do want to also mention we do have a lot of combined and accelerated programs, including our 3+3 with the law school. But we also have programs and partnerships, much like other schools have talked about today, with regional schools in the Chicagoland area. I also, since you may also be interested in STEM at DePaul, as a growing field, we have a lot of different options for you. We have a maker space, we have different research programs and grants. And since we don't have the largest graduate population, undergraduate research is really opportune to our students in even their freshman year. So if you're interested in doing undergraduate research, we definitely have options for you. DePaul is on the quarter system, so we are in your traditional academic system. As you can see by this middle kind of top slide, we are start just after Labor Day and go till just before Thanksgiving. So our fall quarter is from September to November. And as you can see, December is not on there. So we do not have any true academic classes in the month of December. So you'll get from Thanksgiving until the first of the year off. No worry about those classes. And then we have January to March as our winter quarter and March to June as our spring quarter. And then if you want to come during the summer, we do have that summer open to students. Being in the city of Chicago, it allows for great opportunities, not only when it comes to internships and varied career options, but we do great career family advisement to help you learn how to interview, learn how to make a resume, so you're prepared for those next steps that you'll take as a student of the world and as a citizen of the world. Now kind of for the last steps, DePaul is on the Common Application, but our application is free for all of our students applying, so you don't have to worry about an application fee for us. We've been test optional for almost 10 years, so we do not require testing, but if you want to submit scores, you are more than welcome. And with your application, you will be automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. Our early action is November 15th. So feel free to check out our numerous virtual options or have my contact, which I'll put in the chat shortly. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, DePaul. And our final presentation today comes from Grinnell College.
Oh, I totally forgot to unmute myself. But hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining today. My name is Christian Morris. I'm an admission counselor here from Grinnell College. I'm also a recent alum. I graduated in 2018 studying Spanish and education, and I'm happy to be here to talk to you about us. So first and foremost, whether you know about us yet or not, Grinnell College is a small liberal arts college in Iowa, right between Des Moines and Iowa City. And that's about 45 minutes, both directions, east and west. So that's about an hour and a half round trip to either of the two biggest cities in Iowa any day of the week, which I think is really cool. And then on campus, we have about 1,700 students. So it is a small, intimate environment that we do offer. Oop, I think my computer is lagging. I just got a connection is unstable message, so I hope you can still hear me. But with respect to our student body, something that we really do pride ourselves on is our sense of diversity, which is directly reflected through it. And so within that, our student body, 25% of our entire student body are domestic students of color. On top of that, another 19% are international students. We're 94% out of state. And I think the coolest thing is that within those 1,700 students, they come from over 50 different countries from around the world, which is honestly really crazy for such a small cohort. As someone who has gone through the entire process of being a student at Grinnell and graduating, I can promise you that it really does not matter what you pursue academically, professionally, or recreationally. Regardless of what you pursue in your free time or whether it's related to your academics or what you want to do post-grad, you'll be interacting with people of completely different cultural background, intellectual background, social background, and so on than yourself. I found that experience to be completely unavoidable, which I think is really awesome. But moving on to some of our academics, our curriculum is pretty rare. It isn't offered at too many liberal arts institutions, and even fewer at larger university-sized institutions. And it's called the individually advised curriculum. And so what that means is that aside from your one required class that you have in your first year of your first semester, which is called tutorial, and we'll talk about that in a second, The rest of your classes every single semester are all electives, as long as it's outside of your major. And you have until the end of your second year to actually declare your major as well. So the whole point of our curriculum is to honestly expose our students to the themes of interdisciplinarity and to show you how different disciplines overlap and enhance your understanding of the world around you, or of the thing that you're most interested in majoring in at the time. It just depends on what you're looking for. And something else that is really awesome about the curriculum is that you get 3 advisors through your tutorial class, which is that one required class I mentioned earlier. You get an academic, a career advisor, and a residence life coordinator. The one I'm going to focus on right now is the career advisor, because I think that one is really awesome. Because you will be partnered up with someone within our careers, life, and service department from the moment that you get on campus. Meaning you're not accidentally waiting until the end of your 3rd or 4th year to figure out the difference between a resume or a cover letter, or how to act during an interview that's at a lunch or at a dinner setting, which is different than an interview in a room one-on-one with someone. So you know all those things going into that first semester or first summer break, winter break, and so on. So if you do want to be employed, you are absolutely prepared. If you don't want to be employed, that's totally fine. You're no longer accidentally waiting until the end of your 3rd or 4th year to interact with this entire department, which I think is really, really cool. Oh, I think my screen froze again. But something else that is really awesome about tutorial, that one required class, is that they are all passion projects, and they're meant to essentially introduce all of our students to the academic and the social foundations that we offer within the classroom setting here at Grinnell. And so this is the only class solely made up of first years only, which I think is really cool. Everyone in there is just as new to this as you, but also just as lost as you, which is really, really important. It's a space where you can ask those questions that you might be too nervous to ask around other people. For example, where's the dining hall? Or where do I put my laundry when I'm done? Where is the laundry machines? Which laundry machine is the worst laundry machine? Wherever you go, you should be asking these questions, but I think it's a really cool space where you can ask them without any kind of anxiety, I'd say. And then academically, it gets your high school reading, writing, analysis, comprehension, or presentation skills, and so on, and gets up to Grinnell College level reading, writing, analysis, comprehension, or presentation skills, and so on. So you're not thrown into our curriculum without knowing what's expected of you. You know exactly what's expected of you because you took this class. Something else I'll mention about our community is that we have over 500 events every single year, and they're all free of charge, all open door policy. And it's 500 events as the bare minimum, which I think is really, really awesome. And that means that whether it's for varsity sports or for theater or for an ensemble, the cut is relatively low. If not, there is no cut at all. Meaning we don't want you to think you have to have participated in theater in middle school and high school just to try out and have stage time for a theater production here. We don't want you to think you have to have played volleyball for 14 years just to be on the intramural volleyball team or on our varsity volleyball team, since we are a D3 institution with 30 sports. We want you to do things whether you're good at it or absolutely terrible, which is really cool because it allows you to get out of your comfort zone, which is scary, but I think that's a good kind of scary. Moving on to our application. When you do apply, we do use the Common App and the QuestBridge platforms. There is no fee to apply. And more importantly, we are need blind and we meet 100% of demonstrated need when demonstrated need is demonstrated. And so need blind means that when you do click submit on the application, you don't get any information regarding your family's ability to pay the full tuition. Most schools are need aware, which means that they do take that into account. And we don't get that information, we don't want that information. And we meet 100% demonstrated need with no loans, which is a direct response to COVID. Because we've always met 100% demonstrated need, but there usually were loans in there, which I think is really cool. But yeah, that's everything regarding Grinnell.
Thank you very much, Grinnell. Thank you to all of our panelists for your great presentations. We do have time remaining, so attendees, if any questions came up about majors, cost, admissions, etc., please do feel free to send them through the Q&A. While we're waiting to see if any questions come in from the attendees, perhaps we can do a round of questions here ourselves. So if I could ask all the panelists to turn their videos back on, and I would pose the following question to you. 6 minutes obviously is not very long. So what is one thing you did not have time to present on that you'd like to quickly introduce now? Perhaps that's your favorite event or tradition on campus, a fun fact about your school, etc. So we'll go in that same order, starting with Colorado College.
I suppose one thing I wish I could have mentioned was the time that that people have for extracurriculars. Our classes, because you're taking one class at a time, you typically have class from 9 to 12 in the morning, and then after that, you have the rest of the day to do what you'd like, whether that's working an on-campus job, taking advantage of extracurricular opportunities, or even just like hanging out with your friends and going off campus on a hike or something like that. But I just wanted to mention how flexible our schedule is on a daily basis.
Great, thank you. Vaughan College.
So in terms of Vaughn, I think it's more the special niche that we have at Vaughn because of the aviation and engineering focus. Our internships are specifically related to the programs that the students work with. And the fact that they get to graduate with both FAA licenses through the airframe and power plant program, as well as all 7 flight licenses. It's pretty much the opportunity for students to get hands-on experience within fields that aren't very popular in other colleges and universities.
Great, thank you. Adelphi.
Sure, I think I definitely wanted to touch more upon that. We certainly miss being in person as much as possible. And something I'm excited about with our renovations, as you can see in my backdrop here now, is that with an outdoor amphitheater, we are now prepared to kind of have transitionary programming where we can have presentations outdoors in the warmer months to kind of bring back our community, at least in a safer way, as we slowly but surely come on out of this pandemic.
Great, thank you. CSI.
We have various clubs and organization. We have a club for each major that we offer. If there's a club or organization that CSI does not offer, you have the opportunity of creating your own. For example, we had a group of students who are very big on Harry Potter, in particular the Quidditch. So we had a lot of students create a Quidditch club at CSI, and so that's a fun thing you could do at CSI, create your own club if we don't have one.
Yes, it's always interesting to hear about the clubs that students create. DePaul?
One of my favorite things about DePaul is similar to Grinnell, that all of our students take a required course where they learn about the city of Chicago. So students have the choice of taking either Discover or Explore Chicago, where one has an immersion week where they come to Chicago a week early before classes start and really get to immerse themselves in the city. Since we are so integrated into the city itself, we take this class, and then it also teaches the students the great thing about going to find help, whether that's the tutoring center or the career center or anything that they are going to need in their 4 years at DePaul. They'll learn about that in that course, but they'll also get to experience different neighborhoods. Even if a student grew up and is born and raised in Chicago, they'll learn something new, find something, really special about a certain neighborhood, because there are about 83 different neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. So a lot to learn from, so that's one of my favorite things.
Great, thank you. Grinnell?
Yeah, I'd say one cool thing about Grinnell is that research is absolutely required in all of our departments and disciplines, meaning if you want to get an A in any of your classes, whether it is something you're taking for fun or related to your major, you have to get that hands-on research aspect done in a decent manner because it's a large portion of your grade for the class. But it means that research is unavoidable, whether it's in Spanish, Arabic, physics, theater, art, music, and so on. I think that's really awesome.
Definitely, thank you. Thank you again to all of our panelists for your great presentations and your additional insights. Attendees, we hope that these sessions have kind of sparked your interest, and you're going to now contact all these institutions and continue the conversations to dive a little bit deeper. But this does bring us to the end of our session. We definitely want to thank all of our attendees for joining us. We hope you did get some good information out of this session. We also, just a couple quick housekeeping items before we do end the session. When you do close your window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that we ask you complete. And again, there is one other block of sessions today, as well as sessions tomorrow and the next day. So if you haven't signed up for those yet, please do so. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website, strivescan.com/BrooklynTech. But thank you again to everybody, and to all the students out there, good luck and enjoy your college search. Have a great day.